like that from Xander?
Yeah, absolutely.
What did you like about that? What was it?
The energy, man. You could tell he just focused. It ain't about making him scared or nothing like that. Intimidating his opponent, nothing like that. He's just all about the business. And at 19, I dig it.
He's been talking this week about being meaner in there as a pro, putting hurt on his man, changing his mentality. And
he's growing. I learned that along the way as well. Like, it's a part of the growth process. And again, at 19, to hear him having those thoughts and understandings at 19, that's what separates you and makes you great. You know what I mean? So obviously we can't put him in the category of great just yet. But for me, it's those little things that people don't see that I do see that makes the separation in the levels that we always talk about.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Does Xander have that? Does he have that pedigree in the ring from what you see?
One more time?
Does Xander have that kind of pedigree in the ring that it looks like he's on his way
so
to
like
that?
from the skill and the experience, boom. And then again, for him to have that mental preparation and those type of understandings and to just grow, him understanding that he wants to grow. Fighters talk all the time, I just want to learn and I want to grow. But they're not really, they don't know how to do that. He's starting to figure that out.
And Shawn, man, on to the main event with Teofimo. We know the physical talent this kid has, tremendous. But a lot's been made by fans and people about his mental. Some people think it's been a little worrisome, delusional, how he's talking. But what do you think about Teo mentally? And is he going to come back at 100%?
He's handling it accordingly. We're all different, so we can all say based on what we would do, what he should do. But the fact of the matter is, for myself, my answer to that question is, when I say he's answering it accordingly, he's handling it accordingly, he's handling it the way that Teofimo Lopez can handle it. So the best thing that I would do, or my advice for him or anyone within him is try to work according to him. You know what I mean? If he wants to talk, if he wants to be delusional, figure out ways to bring that reality back and bring him back to where he needs to be effective in the ring on fight night. Let's be real. This Campo guy, physically, talent-wise, skill set, probably is not there. That's not the guy that's going to challenge him.
Right.
But down the line, we saw it in his last fight where he was challenged mentally and he broke. So, the main thing is, what is he doing to strengthen himself mentally once he gets back to that big level, So that remains to be seen.
Shawn, what do you think of the speculation when they finger point at the father and they go, he needs a trainer change, he needs a trainer change? Is that fair, or what, because that...
Again, it's up to Teo. I had people tell me that I needed to change trainers, and I knew that my dad had components that no other trainer would have for me. The next great thing was Barry Hunter, and what did we do? We brought Barry in. We knew that Barry would add to the team, and so if Teo is not worried about his team,
well, they had Joey Gamache when they beat Loma, and then he wasn't there for most, right?
Yeah. It's on them. It's on them. You can't. We can speculate and all these types of things, but he looks happy. If he's happy going to the ring with the guy next to him, you can't knock him.
Shawn, when you say he looks happy, he is also coming off of a loss that kind of like you said, or not you said, but mentally did something to him.
For sure. For sure.
What kind of demons are you fighting coming back from your first professional loss like that?
Well, for him in that loss, all of those guarantees that he had made and has made, and this is the takeover and all these things. When you say all these things and you want to manifest all those things, when it doesn't happen, now those things haunt you. Those things become kind of you have to live up to all of those things you said, So if anything, I'm wondering, if he's hesitant to be boisterous, is he hesitant to, kind of be himself? I enjoy watching Teo, is that just a character, or is that really him? You know, so I think if anything, we're about to find out.
Is it a case where if you get the knockout, it's easier to go back to being yourself like that?
Yeah. I mean, we started out at Blair Cobb just this past weekend, where I felt like he came out hesitant. He came out obviously with a game plan, wanting to kind of work accordingly. But then once he lands some shots and he drops his opponent, then it kind of clicks for him to kind of be myself again, you know. So I think it's gonna have to connect for him to start to really be himself again.
And they're talking about Teo and Ryan. Would you give the edge to either guy in that matchup, Shawn?
I would give the edge to Teo because I think he's got more weapons offensively. Both guys are explosive, but I think he's more explosive than Ryan Garcia. So that's why I would give him the edge in that fight.